Welcome, my name is Rich, and this is a Let's Play of DCUO. The character I'm playing as is Quantum Issues, and in this Let's Play I will attempt to look at the stories the game is telling and comment on them, often quite snarkily. Today, I
know what you're thinking. The Star Sapphires are at it again, forcing love on everyone in the city with no regard for much else. But they're actually here to help. They're trying to make amends for what happened during the war, and are making an effort to rekindle the love lost in the city from all that's happened to it. Unfortunately, Mr. Freeze saw what the crystals were capable of, and has hatched a plan to bring his wife Nora back using Xamarin crystals. What he doesn't understand is that these crystals' powers can't be harnessed that way. It'll cause an exothermic reaction that could destroy Gotham itself. We've got to reason with him, and if he won't see reason, stop him anyway.
Well, that's a 4-player mission. Mr. Freeze has nearly completed integrating the Star Sapphire's crystal technology into his own. Head into Gotham Mercy Hospital and stop him before he destroys Gotham City in the dangerous process. Yeah, as I've said before, I'm not going to attempt 4-player content because of my preferred style of play being quite slow. Most of these are more than 2-player. I think all of them are. I went through checking, and they were, oh no, well, okay, stabilizer fragmentation is 2-player. I guess I could do that. But it looks like everything else is Legends Practice is single player, but the only Legends data I've got is for Robin, who is probably gadgets and certainly staff, and I don't have any interest in playing staff. 4-player, 4-player, 4-player. Yeah, everything else besides stabilizer fragmentation is 4 or 8-player. Non-members with premium gifts benefits, 4 stabilizer fragments. Non-members. So you get stabilizer fragments. Fragments of stabilized time can be collected from moments of proven stability in the multiverse. Relive these moments and gather stabilizer fragments. Okay. Where were we up to? Corrupted Xamarin. That's the one. So, I mean, there's the Demon's Pit, Wastelands, Wonderland. The first piece, The Will of Darkseid, which sounds like a bad time. Demon's Pit. Members of the Justice League and the JSA have gone missing after investigating the League of Assassins' underground network of caves. The final message received from them was an SOS. Head underground into the stronghold and locate our missing allies. Raven has requested assistance in dealing with an imp menace in the Gotham Wastelands. The Sentinels of Magic report high levels of lust and sloth energy in the area, so prepare yourself for what could be a rather disturbing nap attack. Hey, welcome. The Dark Star, 57th of your name. It's going pretty good. I'm kind of hoping that my friend Ravenforce, who was playing Alara Wavestorm on Wednesday, will turn up so that I can play more 2-player. If they don't it... Oh, I should probably put my phone on silent. There we are. If they don't, I will probably need to switch to doing the villain side stuff. I mean, I have attempted Birds of Prey Lexical Tower. I've done all the one player content up to Lexical Tower. Oh hey, welcome Ravenforce. I got partway through Lexical Tower to a fight with a dude who fires a laser out of his chest. I struggled with that. I probably would struggle on stream regardless because some of my attention needs to be split for talking and being a presenter. I might be able to handle Lexical Tower boss fight solo, like on my own, off stream. But I really don't think that I have the necessary brain power to both present a stream show and engage in that boss fight at this level. No pressure on Ravenforce. If they are busy doing other things, then that is absolutely fine. But it will determine whether I will be playing more hero stuff or starting the villain stuff. Oh, cool. Okay. Finally, end of the week. It is indeed. Although it depends. Friday being the end of the week depends on whether you work Monday to Friday, and I think I vaguely read so wandering the internet is something that I have a tendency to do, and in doing so I find strange pieces of information, and not just pieces of information, but it's like there's a fog of stuff that I don't know. Information fog. And occasionally wandering through that fog, I will get the very edge sections, little tantalizing pieces of subcultures and communities online that I don't have any particular personal interest in or investment in, but nevertheless coming across them is interesting. And one of the where this is going is that one of the subcultures that I have tangentially brushed my fingertips over is that of hardcore bodybuilding. And apparently in the bodybuilding, hardcore, serious workout, like Iron Church culture, there are arguments over where you divide the week, because if it's somewhere in the week, where depending on where it is in the weekend, you have either 2 or 3 days like it of workout. Like if your regime, it alters how your regime is built, like how you define your week, which day starts the week determines your regime, your workout regime. Super Swole Squad, yeah, hashtag. Yeah, so I mean, when it's warm enough that standing in my room preparing to work out is not uncomfortable. So currently it's cold enough that it's not terribly comfortable standing preparing to work out. So I don't. But when it is warm enough, I exercise. That's not to say I powerlift and swig protein supplements and count calories. My aim is really just to reduce my waistband size a little and make it so that going on a 5-minute walk up a hill doesn't leave me panting at the end, which is not a good feeling. So I have no stake in the game of getting super swole, and so I haven't investigated this any further. But apparently, in certain subcultures of human, how you divide up your week is a thing of very serious debate. Whether or not you are involved in 9-to-5 work. I imagine if you were involved in 9-to-5 work and in making your body look like it's full of balloons, you could separate the two out, where you're working 9-to-5, that's Monday to Friday, and then entirely separately, your efforts in getting swole are ordered, I don't know, Sunday to Saturday, I suppose. Where's that big beefy robot guy gone? Because I don't know what their patrol route is. I imagine that they must go through here. But then, how do they go down the steps? Cool. Hello, Alara, who is also Raven Force, but I will be referring to as Alara for the purposes of the stream so that it doesn't get confusing. Maybe they come up here. That makes sense. Up here, and they can't go through there because they wouldn't fit. So around here, maybe? Is it just the one of them? Do they go in here? No, that's not quite the same size, is it? This must be very awkward to pilot. I mean, given the shape of it, you can't have your legs down inside those legs because you would have to separate them from your body. So this is probably piloted by someone who is hunched up inside. Anyway, let's get on with Flash Museum Burglary. There is a bigger one of those dudes that patrols around, and I just wanted to look at it and observe it a bit, and talk about the things that I notice about it. No repairs needed, nothing to sell. Cool.
The relic will be ours. Your interference.
These guys talk big, but people who get absolutely bodied by superheroes on the regular. Like, okay, maybe you're capable of assassinating ordinary humans, but like you can't even deal with Batman, and he's an ordinary human who has trained himself to an extreme degree.
This is Lois Lane for Daily Planet Live. Several weeks ago, a scimitar recovered from an archaeological dig in Eastern Europe was sent to the Metropolis Museum for study. Recently, it has begun emanating a strange energy at a unique frequency. Metropolis Star Labs scientists noticed a similar pattern to the paradox energy in Central City and have sent it to the Flash Museum to be studied by paradox experts.
Strange energy, a unique frequency. How did anyone notice it then? I mean, maybe it also was emitting light? Or maybe it's standard practice in this universe by this point to just, if anyone finds any ancient artifacts, just set up a huge array of sensor gear around it, just to find out whether it will start emitting anything. There is an it balloon. It isn't, thankfully. It's got a flash lightning bolt on it. And the cord that it's attached to is in yellow and red. It's like little triangles. I can't remember what the word is. I'm not sure what they're for. It's probably a feat finding them all.
Hi, I'm the Flash. Welcome to the Speed Force. Exhibit, that is. The Speed Force is the source of my power. Say that 10 times fast. It's a vast place, almost beyond comprehension. A place where even I can get lost.
Aha. Oh. A gold question mark. That's unusual. You don't usually find them on the inside of zones. Oh no. L. And these are neophytes as well, which is... I don't know the strict origin of the word, but it's basically like the lowest level, usually. Like it's basically the same as initiate. So quite... maybe they're just being sent against us to
Bad guys
slow
like
us down.
Heatwave and the rest of the rogues exploit science for their own personal profit. Let's learn about what to do in the case of an attack by the rogues. Be careful, kids. Fire can burn.
Aha, thank you. Bomb blast. Which is presumably a significant name. He's not wearing any kind of unique costume. I'm not sure what's going on with this guy. I'm not a big Flash fan, to be honest. Don't know lots about. Let's just take that. Nice. Oh, is this where we came from, isn't it? We need to do a thing here, sorry. There's even helpful orange markers on the screen, or well, kind of. It's not quite yellow, and it's not quite orange, it's sort of peach markers on the screen.
Welcome to the Flash Museum. This is the Flash. I hope you learn a lot during your visit to this exhibit.
Life is locomotion. If you're not moving, you're not living. But there comes a time when you've got to stop running away from things, and you've got to start running towards something. You've got to forge ahead. Keep moving. Even if your path isn't lit, trust that you'll find your way. And the full stop at the end of that sentence is a little bit off, unfortunately. Spoiling things slightly. Ooh. Holo token.
Hi, folks. This is the Flash. I'm very proud that the Flash Museum can assist in the study of the scimitar recovered overseas. One thing I've noticed is that the metal in the scimitar seems to vibrate at a very unusual frequency. The lead paradox researcher, Dr. Craig, was quite excited about the implications of the discovery and eager to experiment on it. Interesting stuff, Dr. Craig. But I've learned that sometimes even I have to take things slow.
Security guard, who I can't interact with, so I have to conclude that he is dead, which is unfortunate. Maybe he's just having a very long nap. That's something that the League of Assassins would do, isn't it? Yeah, finding those balloons, or getting all of the balloons, must be a feat.
Physics is the study of matter and motion. Basically, the world around us. Whether it's quantum mechanics or atomic energy, physics is fantastic.
That's just embarrassing. Well, I mean, it's the sort of thing that you tell primary school age children. And hope that it's something I don't have yet. Ooh, voodoo shoulders. That might be interesting. Let's see what those look like. Oh. Yeah, not really. Ooh, holo token. And a balloon.
Oracle, I just got a tip that the League of Assassins has been sneaking around the Flash Museum. I'll keep an eye on the place. I doubt they're here to buy a set of Speedster commemorative plates.
Well, you never know. Oh, hello.
Flashback! Did you know that proceeds from the gift shop are donated to various organizations such as the Central City Kids Museum and Speed Force Research? Well, now you do.
This isn't one of the balloons I can interact with. But I can pick up the speaker.
Flashback!
Oh,
Did you know that
no.
proceeds from the gift shop are donated to various organizations such as the Central City Kids Museum and Speed Force Research? Well, now you do.
Can't pick it up, but I can interact with it and make it play. Okay. There might be more of these speakers around. Hidden. Trained adept, skirmisher. We're getting slightly more impressive enemies. Oh no, I think that they can only be here to slow us down. And I mean, they're not slowing us down by much, but I imagine that that's the main goal for their deployment here, tactically speaking. So I can hear a holotoken, but I think that it's probably down the edge of this. And it was a little odd to me that there would be a subway station here attached to the museum. Because that doesn't...
Ninja? What is it with the ninjas? Not their weapons. I'm taking this little beauty and anyone who stands in my way. Jealous of this little fool.
This belongs in a museum.
Foiled by the Flash again. Hey, where's my gun?
Thanks for saving this relic, everyone. I'll return it to the researchers. Leonard, you behave.
Jitters. I wonder what that is. Might be... because it's vaguely cup-shaped, isn't it? Might be a coffee ad? Accessing the Speed Force, Science of the Rogues. These will just be adverts for the exhibits here. Mercury Communications. Faster than you think.
Assassins, do not return without this artifact. I care not who stands in your way in this task. Friend or foe, it must be mine. It calls to me, like it were already mine.
I wonder who that is. Oh well. Museum, Burglary, Demon's Pit, Wastelands, Wonderland. This is against League of Assassins again. Ooh, interesting. I don't think I've seen this area before. Also interesting that this Buddha statue is somehow a shop. Not quite sure how that works. I wonder why they'd have this section but not have it accessible. I mean, so with the Buddha statue being a shop, there have been other statues in other
Lower them into the
maps.
Lazarus waters. They will serve Ra's al Ghul.
There have been other statues in other maps. Ooh, that's bad news. There have been shops, but okay, so that's the Flash, deranged Flash. And we just saw Green Arrow and someone else, maybe Wildcat? But yeah, like, particularly a Buddhist statue being a shop is the weird thing here. Not that a statue is a shop, I mean, the game has already shown that other statues can be shops. Department of Corrections. Interesting. Wonder what that would look like. So apparently having a dip in this is enough to turn even the Flash deranged, but we're just fine. We're not bothered by this at all. This is a Lazarus Pit. This is the defeat deranged Alara Wavestorm. I'm not into PvP, sorry. Lazarus Pits are the mechanism by which Ra's al Ghul resurrects himself. I don't want to call it immortality, because if he didn't have access to a Lazarus Pit, then he wouldn't be able to resurrect. At the same time, though, there have been, I think, periods quite extended periods where Raish wasn't able to gain access to a Lazarus Pit. I wonder how Wildcat and Green Arrow managed to get through that and then close it from the other side without any control on this side to with which to close it. I mean, unless the bars are far enough apart that like Green Arrow could get through. But yeah, I mean, I've complained before about the size of the bars and palisades and portcullises and things, and like the bars in cages, and the fact that they are way too wide and far apart. Jesus, why do I have to have hiccups right now? Ooh, apologize.
This is Green Arrow. Oracle's asked a few of us to check out the League of Assassins' sudden interest in Central City. I doubt Talia or Raish is really that interested in shiny baubles, unless they do something we'd all regret. The Flash, Wildcat, and I are heading to their stronghold to find out what's the what.
I mean, I reckon that my character could probably fit through these holes. Like, maybe she'd need to turn on her side and go in, you know.
Yes, you will do what our master desires. Intruders, destroy them.
No, I really don't think the Green Arrow could even manage that. He's just basically, he's pointy stick launcher man, isn't he? Hopefully this will not just be I know it's Department of Corrections again. Oh no, I didn't pick it up because it was place. Anyway, Mayan. Oh, interesting. I don't think I have had the Mayan legs before. Let's see what those look like. Shiny little round plates. Interesting. Stick launcher man, yeah.
Listen up, rogues. I don't know about you fellas, but the League of whatever targeting treasure at the Flash Museum ticks me off. This is our turf. And frankly, Raish and his daughter Talia aren't known for playing nice with the locals. Watch your backs out there. Also, has anyone heard from Heatwave lately?
This is a very interesting sequence of spaces. Found myself thinking as we were going through. See, it's interesting. Here, you can see that there is a little sort of walkway up and then more beyond a second portcullis beyond through there. But it's not on the map. Whereas up here, there was a portcullis blocking this area off, and there is actually a section on the map that's a long section of corridor. Wonder how they built all of this. I can't be the only person that wonders how they got, you know, contractors in to do all the work and stuff. who built it. Like, I think we're supposed to be under Central City, but this is definitely not. I mean, I think there's hieroglyphics here carved into the wall. Magic. Yeah. Yeah, it's a very convenient excuse, isn't it? It's almost like this. I think those are hieroglyphics. It's almost like this is like some kind of ruined temple. Like this is fallen over. It used to be straight, but is now like off and has been partially buried in gravel or sand or something. Oh, hello. Anything back here? No. This is the sort of place, this is exactly the sort of place that they'd hide a holo token, but unfortunately this time it seems as though they haven't. What exactly are you guys guarding here, or this one guy? What are you guarding here? Just a way through. Can we go round? Is this there's two routes, or does this go down? Usually interior places like this have just one route.
Long ago, humanity strayed from its path. Rather than greatness, it's now headed toward corruption, weakness, and ultimately, failure. This is why I refuse to let death take me. I refused to let mankind fail. Humanity has lost its way, but I will force it on the correct path, like a shepherd.
Humanity has never had a golden age where nobody was corrupt and everyone worked towards some common good. Like, that is an invention, a myth. Race just has nostalgia goggles on and he refuses to accept that things change. He's an ultimate boomer. Ooh, there's some ninjas doing katas, doing quite a funky kung fu dance.
There are
Perfect
reports of
synchronization.
intruders. Remain vigilant in case they come this way. We will annihilate them. They shall whose name if they do.
Either you don't understand what annihilate means, or you vastly overestimate your abilities. It's probably the latter. It could be the former, I suppose. Maybe they think that annihilate means vaguely inconvenience for 5 seconds.
The world is suffering from a disease. This disease is called corruption, and its great cities are deeply infected. They must be excised from the body of humanity before it is lost. Ever since the Brainiac War, Star City and Central City have been far less protected than the others. We can start our mission of destruction and resurrection there without ever leaving our stronghold.
Well, he's right about that. It certainly seems as though Central and... what was the second? Well, there's a bunch of fictional cities in DC, one of which is Central City, that only vaguely feature in the game. It certainly is the case that almost all superhero activity is focused in Gotham and Metropolis for the purposes of the game. It's a little unfortunate that they never added full outside zones for any of the other major superhero cities. What's this? Locate and defeat all enemies in the League of Assassins stronghold during Demon's Pit duo. Locate. No stone unturned. Just find all the enemies. Well, it wasn't that hard. I mean, you just had to wander through all areas of the map. Nice, it was Wildcat. I think it was Wildcat, you need to have a nap. Forgotten Mystic Leg Plates. I've probably already got those, haven't I? They're probably Mayan. It's annoying that it doesn't show you, like, it's got item type, armor, legs, item level 122. It's annoying that it doesn't have information here when you get to choose about what style it is. I guess I'll just take the unattuned Mystic Cape. Mayan, yeah, I thought it would be. The things about which race is wrong, as opposed to right, include there never having been any kind of golden age of human excellence. There probably was a period where nobody was corrupted, as in corrupt like taking bribes and shit, but that will have been a period before we settled and stopped being a hunter-gatherer civilization. So I suppose in fairness, I mean, humans have been around for... Strange scimitar. The Paradox researchers at the Flash Museum are still investigating that strange scimitar. I'm willing to bet a dozen Grammy Flash chocolate chip cookies that it's not from our universe. It's a good thing you were able to keep it safe. If Talia al Ghul wants to get her hands on it, it's best she never does. Speedster helmet. Original Speedster. Nice. So, according to anthropologists, human history... Humans have probably been around for around... 250,000 years. Maybe 500,000. And... Yep, that's the Jay Garrick flash hat. Nice. And it's only been in about the last 10,000 years. So, you know, a fifth if we're taking it as 250,000 years. A very relatively, proportionally, very small amount of time. Only in the last 10,000 years or so have humanity stopped being hunter-gatherer nomads and settled and started building, you know, settlements, then towns and cities and so on. And it was only after that point, only after we started building and settling, that we had, you know, currencies, aristocracies develop, reasons that anybody would want to offer bribes, and reasons that anyone would want to accept bribes, as we understand them now. Like, Green Arrow, Rach's Demons. I've never been a fan of Ra's al Ghul or his mutton chops. I mean, I see the corruption of the world too, but wiping out 90% of the population might be one of those situations where the cure is worse than the disease. Also, sometimes in the comics, one of Ra's arguments is that we can't feed everyone, and that's also bollocks. Not being able to feed everyone is a matter of it's not profitable to feed everyone. We produce enough food, but giving it to everyone that needs it goes against ultra-capitalist behavior. Wastelands, Wonderland. Helping Raven against lust and sloth. So I think Jacob was Trigon's lust son. I don't know what his sloth son is called.
After all that has occurred with my family, the demons and imps in the Gotham Wastelands have turned on each other. They're vying for power and tearing each other apart. Normally I would not care, but it does not serve us to have any one of them gain additional power. End their incursion.
No, this is just the whole Gotham Wastelands map. Okay.
In order to stop Jacob, we will have to counter his magic. In the battlefield, you will have to summon us by using magical fonts. We will then conjure a powerful crystal to null Jacob's power. But be warned, if the process is broken, Jacob's army will feed off its energy.
Magical fonts. That's exactly what I was thinking, Alara. Uses magical Times New Roman. I mean, fonts are basically sort of advanced runes. So Futhark is a runic system which was used as a
Don't kick me.
as a system of writing. I mean, also so was I want to keep this in. Yeah. Could be it. What I'm looking for. Hieroglyphics were a system of writing. Probably also could count as a magical font.
Now that Trigon is banished, we can be free. Free to be evil without being whipped. And free from being cruel without being kicked. Free! Maybe.
No, you're never going to escape being kicked, little shits.
That hurts!
Because kicking imps is fun.
Protect us while we channel energy into the crystal. We can lend you limited support. Speak with a specialist to lend you some power.
What do each of these do? Let's take the strong arm one. There's another holo token over here.
Disperse and trouble these people no more. You dare touch me?
I suppose that punching does count as touching.
Do not think this is over.
Trigon may be gone, but we're not free. I while trying to sneak out a portal, and that disturbingly sexy witch lady zapped me.
I don't think anyone is looking over my shoulder. Unless the webcam is picking up some kind of ghost. I aspire to be described as disturbingly sexy. I mean, there isn't anyone else in the room with me at the moment. I suppose it's possible that someone has crept in and looked over my shoulder, but welcome, regardless. Maybe it's a demon sent by Trigon. Could be.
No!
Just a pyramid idol. Pyramidal. Pyramidal. Oh, okay. I don't have trouble reading your name there. I apologise. Aye. Wow. That's a throwback to the Power Rangers.
I hate being zapped and I hate being kicked. But I have to admit, we're awfully kickable.
Little shit. Stop zapping me with your fire. Fucking cut that out. Why can't I target you, little shit? Ugh. Oh well.
Protect us while we channel energy into the crystal.
Do we have to do this?
We can lend you limited support. Speak with a specialist to lend you some power.
It's amazing that Sloth actually gets anything done at all. What J name they've come up with for him. Oh, Jack.
I'll
Okay.
help you find rest. Oh, stop.
Sounds completely disinterested, exactly as he should. Is he beaten or is he just having a nap? Impossible to tell. All those, I mean, neither of these are weapons I can use, so I'll just go with the source mark. This is as high as I can go. That's annoying. I was hoping to go up to the ledges up there and see if there are any holotokens. I mean, there's a holotoken here, but it's not the same.
Jacob's gonna run this place, as long as nobody harms his face.
Kick the imp. flavored cotton candy. Ugh.
Raven is mean. I bit her ankle and she kicked me. I don't even think it was the evil one.
Well, I mean, there's a clue in your initial behavior for a reason. I mean, if you're looking for a reason that she kicked you, maybe it was the biting her. Like, if you can't see that these two things are linked, I don't know what help there is for you. Oh, this is Jacob. I get to punch him again. Fantastic.
Protect us while we channel energy into the crystal.
You won't elude me.
We can shield you from summoning Jacob's magic.
Magic crystals for? Oh, we're taking them over there to do something with them? Seems a bit tricky. Oh, I've still got it. I thought I'd dropped it. I'm being zapped by this crystal thingy.
That was a rather swift end to the demonic uproar.
Yeah. Your water jaws power is super heavy hitting. It's very impressive. That's not any use to me, and I can't use these, so I guess it's a source mark again. Ooh, holo token, thank you. I would have forgotten about there being one last one.
We're gonna burn this place to the ground, with all of you in it!
Yeah, I don't think you are, you know. Man, there are so many collections. Available for a limited time. This Resurgence Mega Capsule contains unlocked versions of the 9 most recent time capsules, plus a reward box that offers a chance of a Mearchian Flame accessory, or a reward from previous Resurgence Mega Capsules. That doesn't seem... Requires 7 stabilizer to unlock. Nah, can't be bothered with that. Let's find someone to sell that stuff to.
The Gotham Police Department works with Wayne Tech to develop cutting-edge new equipment. I'm certain we have something you could use.
First piece. mysterious figure has asked you to investigate a heist taking place in one of Gotham University's museum warehouses. The target appears to be a valuable and potentially powerful Kandaki artifact. Get there first and secure that rarity. This is probably going to be that mission where we needed...
Hello, new friends. My name is not important right now. What is important is that I brought you all here to help prevent some priceless Kandaki artifacts from being burgled. I need you to work together on this.
I get the feeling our contact isn't giving us all the information here. Well, if we're all here to stop the theft of Kandaki artifacts, we may as well work together.
So I think that we... this is exactly the same map as we were on... yeah, there's even the hidden room here. In the arc where we needed to stop Felix Faust from stealing Black Adam's Shazam power. We came here in that arc to pick up Kandaki artifacts that would help us loosen our souls so that we could appear to be undead and get close to the doorway into the museum exhibit. Just flops over. That had a portal in it that led to ISIS 2. She's following us, and she will help if she gets close enough to a mob to notice that it's there. Collection holotoken. This will be another piece of yet another collection. There is just a huge number of collections in this game. Oh right, yes, of course. Sounds like Court Girl. Ooh, holotoken under the stairs. Or, well, not stairs, but ramp.
I'm not sure I trust this guy. Contacts me out of nowhere and enlists me to help him protect an artifact from some unknown mercenaries. I get the feeling I'm not getting the whole story here.
I think that this is probably going to be Rip Hunter. It looks a bit like Rip Hunter. And Rip Hunter is a time-traveling guy who tries to prevent paradoxes and changes to the time stream.
I dumped that through my armor.
He is also, somewhat of a spoiler, the son of Booster Gold. I'm not entirely sure who Rip Hunter's mother is, though. I don't think I ever found that out.
The artifact is somewhere above your current location. Keep searching and take out any more of those mercenaries you come across. They're clearly working against us here.
Yeah, other than Rip Hunter, I'm not sure who he looks like. He doesn't look like anyone in the standard DC canon. I suppose he looks a bit like a Garth Ennis character. The kind of character you'd find in a Garth Ennis comic, but Garth hasn't really done any work for DC in ages. And he's very much an oddball sort of writer. As far as I know, he wouldn't write anything for standard DC canon. Mr. Ennis, he's very weird. But I do like his stuff.
I say all of my lives because I am reincarnated every time I die. And in each life, I discover my powers and meet Hawkman. This time, he recovered his memories before me. That was an awkward encounter. But I
Good.
eventually remembered our love.
I was getting bored.
Ooh, who have you found up there? Oh, it was her saying that she was getting bored. Fair enough.
Right, he's back up.
Oh, they've actually got a proper door in here now. Not just...
Looks like my backup plan may have kicked off a little early. That's okay. Just don't totally knock out Heatwave. We need him.
And that will depend on Heatwave.
I know this is a little unconventional, but I need you all to make nice and work together. A whole lot hangs in the balance, and we must get those artifacts. Check that safe. One of them has got to be in there.
I can hear a holo token. Aha, it's hiding down here. Pistols. Ooh, unattuned wingman's Aegis. Let's hope that that's a weapon I don't have already. Assuming that at this stage we're meant to hate Hawkgirl. No! I mean, she's kind of abrasive as a character. Like, she's not everyone's favourite, but she's not someone we're supposed to hate. Summoner's Shield, interesting. Don't have that yet, I don't think. I wonder if parts of that are supposed to glow and I just don't have them set to the right colour. Kind of. No. Not supposed to glow, but the lines are the same colour as the smaller pieces of material here that currently, because it's white, a mirror finish. But, well, it's always mirror finish, actually, I mean. But... oh no, hold on. Maybe... ah, there we go. So that's white, black, blue... ah, well, no, anyway. Never mind. I feel like this is only part of the story.
This recurring theme of life and death is probably why Necron's corruption took hold of me. It fed off my feelings for Carter. It knew I'd experienced death time and time before. But I would rather die 100 times more than become corrupted again.
So this seems a lot like only part of the story. Presumably there's another part where...
empty. My senses must be experiencing some temporal interference. I only hope it's not too late to get the other artifact. I know you're thinking, another damn artifact. But my... the future depends on it.
Or maybe we continue the story right now. With Heatwave helping as well. Oh no, hold on. Go to the Gotham University Museum to continue your mission. Head to Gotham University Museum. This is... if this is a two-part, like, two-section, like, two different area, two instance mission, this will be...
It's got to be here somewhere. Hurry and find it before they get away with this artifact as well.
This is quite unusual for instance combat in, or instanced content in DC. Don't usually do this.
I'll eat this.
usually just the one zone. Which might be a fairly large zone, but...
Boy, have you made a mistake.
It's a collection piece. Not usually what I'm after. I would rather get an investigation holotype rather than a collect. Oh, there's one.
You want to rumble?
I did many things while corrupted that I'm not proud of. That's why I must atone. So I'll take any job I catch wind of, try to stop any crime. That's why I'm looking into this anonymous tip about Gotham Museum. It could be legit, or it could be a trap hatched by some villain. And some of those artifacts are misidentified Thanagarian relics. Either way, it should be entertaining to bash some mercs around.
Yep, this is Hawkman. He's got a kind of swirly purple thing around his head. I guess that he's corrupted in some way or confused.
Hawkman! What are you doing? What's going on with you? Snap out of it! I'm not ready to start the cycle again.
You're getting really close.
Weird.
Pay for that.
That's a very unique new mob type. Rocket men who have rocket packs and fly and shoot rockets. I mean, let's take that. I suppose it's also possible that the guy who is talking to us, leading the mission, is a villain who we just don't usually see unmasked like this.
I see you were able to best my pet bird Hawkman and the mercenaries my benefactor hired. But you won't best me. I'm surprised to see you here, Heatwave. I am tired of being treated like a servant to you rogues, so I've taken an offer to work for someone with more resources and longevity.
You're not a rogue.
Enough! It's time for you lot to die, and for me to get what I came here.
my powers from the 64th century.
I won't leave here without this artifact.
Wow.
Enough heckling! We already have the first artifact. This one will be ours as well. You fools won't stop him.
Him who, Magic Man? Carter! Damn it! You weren't ready for a fight?
As you can see, that artifact was concealing within it an ancient secret. It's important that you hold on to that device and keep it safe from those mercenaries or their boss.
Unfortunately, the bastard who hired Abracadabra and those mercenaries still got away with the artifact from the warehouse safe.
What's Firefly doing over there?
Excellent work. Hot Girl will take it from here. You can bet you'll be hearing from me again.
Has he picked up an object and absconded? Was it here or was it here? He was very quick with it, wasn't he? It was. Oh, it looked like this. I don't know why they needed two. But We just saw him standing here, like, doing the look animation, and then a couple of seconds later, we come back to ourselves and get to have a look around, and he's gone. Like, not only gone, but with a large, probably stone artifact. Quite impressive, really. Almost tempted to let him get away with it. Strong pouch game. I wonder why I'm still counted as being in that mission. We completed it, didn't we? I wonder why it's not letting us go. Imps of the Wasteland. It's hard not to not feel sympathetic for the imps. They aren't exactly given an opportunity to do much good. I appreciate you finding these. Halo style. Interesting. Let's find out what that looks like. It's probably a headpiece. Ooh, that's quite cool. I wonder what colours you can change it to. Oh, you can't change the colours. Fair enough. Right, well, I guess I should probably exit the group mission. I mean, I think pretty sure that we were done in that area, weren't we? He even opened up the leave mission portal, and I can't get back in, so I guess I'll have to leave. Yeah.
I know what you're thinking. The Star Sapphires are at it again, forcing love on everyone in the city with no regard for much else. But
I'm not thinking
they're
that.
Actually here to help. They're
Hal
trying
Jordan,
to make amends for
you've
what
already
happened
told me
during
this
the war,
as well. I
and are
don't
making
need
an effort to rekindle the love lost in the city from all that's happened to it.
to hear it again.
Unfortunately, Mr. Freeze saw what the crystals were capable of, and has hatched a plan to bring his wife Nora back using Xamarin crystals. What he doesn't understand is that these crystals' powers can't be harnessed that way. It'll cause an exothermic reaction that could destroy Gotham itself. We've got to reason with him, and if he won't see reason,
now,
stop him anyway.
You say exothermic reaction, but what that really just means is explosion. I don't know why you can't just say explosion. The war between the new gods is heating up on New Genesis. Report to the battle site and help defend the area from Darkseid's invasion force. The will of Darkseid. True love.
Darkseid's up to something. His forces have renewed their attack on New Genesis. Go lend a hand and see if you can find out what they are up to this time.
Looks like big guns, but not positioned in any way helpful. I mean, they're not aiming at anything. The city of the new gods is up over there, like the opposite way to the guns. Maybe they're defensive guns, but you wouldn't expect New Genesis tech to be black and red like that.
I knew we could count on you, but don't relax just yet. More parademons are on their way from Apocalypse.
Maybe they captured tech. But you would think that, like, the method for new gods capturing tech would be using...
Be prepared for them to call in one of their more vicious parademons. He won't be a walk in Central City Park, but I'm sure you can handle it.
A mother box to plug into these to take control of them, and plugging a mother box in would change its color scheme, I would think.
Forces of Apocalypse, this is Darkseid. As you battle and die for your master on the surface of the Fourth World, I command those of you who have survived to move on to the next phase. Go to Earth and annihilate them. For Darkseid, there will be no fifth world. Earth must never rise from its primordial beginnings. Go and destroy it.
So, it seems this invasion army is not meant for New Genesis. Steppenwolf is leading them to Earth, and they've appeared in Central City. You head there and stop their invasion. I'm going to find out what Darkseid is up to.
Cool. So one of the few times we actually get to travel by boom tube as characters. First time was with Constantine.
Keep Central City safe. Darkseid needs a reminder that it's a mistake to attack our planet.
Yeah, these are larger versions of the balloons that we found in the Flash Museum instance. They're part of the display, part of the pageantry of the Flash Museum. They're not... I mean, yes, they are red balloons that float, and so in that way they are like the balloons of It, but they have a decoration on them, and they have this... I can't remember what it's called. It's not ticker tape. Oh well.
Until each ember of hope has been stamped out.
You talk a big game for someone who's never succeeded against Earth, Darkseid. Now, okay, sure, maybe that's because you haven't devoted much attention to Earth, but we can still only look at the track record you have developed for yourself. You know? Like, if you wanted there to be more successes, maybe you should have put some more effort into it before now. there a holotope around here somewhere? I don't think there have been any holotokens on this mission, which is unusual. Not ones that I've noticed anyway. Wet parademon tooth. Ugh. Must have been recently liberated from the parademon mouth. Oh, and I won it! Goodie. Maybe if I collect enough parademon parts, I'll be able to construct my own.
So Darkseid sends Calabac and Mantis to Earth. I've got to discover what he's doing, while you take those two out.
Hi guys, you ready for a beating?
Belongs to Darkseid. Destroying Calabac is no easy task.
Not much of an invasion, but at least it's over. Good work. This should teach Darkseid not to mess with me. Hold on. Something's happening. Steppenwolf just stepped out of the Flash Museum. Is this another trick? Or is something else going on? Whatever it is, I don't like it.
Fury again. Got that costume piece.
Darkseid will be fulfilled.
God damn it.
I have what I need. Destroy them.
Earth will yield our legions.
Bad Harriet got away with an ancient artifact from the Third World, but we'll deal with that later. Central City is still in danger.
That's a lot of damage.
Steppenwolf is still around. He's the immediate threat. Show him that Earth is off limits.
There's a healing device here. Oh cool, you managed to beat him.
The Source will speak to Darkseid.
Steppenwolf almost looked happy to have been beaten, which can only mean that Darkseid will be happy too, or as close as he can get to happy. I don't like this. We need to take the offense, right to Darkseid himself. Be ready.
Counter-invading Apocalypse is... I mean, I know I've been trash-talking Darkseid, but I don't think that that's a very good idea. I've been trash-talking Darkseid not because I think he's weak, but mostly because I think he's a knobhead. Leave operation. Where the exit is? Do we just have to warp out or something? Or is there a door somewhere we can use? Oh, it's the other side of the building, innit? That's where we got in. Thank you. Did Steppenwolf release some kind of spinning axe thing? Because if he did, then that did way more damage on its own whilst it was spinning than it did when he was actually holding it himself. You would think he would let it go spinning most of the time. Like, if it was that efficient. like that effective against us.
I know what you're thinking. The Star Sapphires are at
stop
it again,
it.
forcing love on everyone in the city with no regard for much else.
How can I get him to shut up?
They're actually here to help. They're trying to make amends for what happened during the war, and are making an effort to rekindle the love
Let's
lost in
just
the
start
city
Harley's
from all
heist.
that's happened to it.
And I haven't got a chance to read what's behind it, but sure. The game seems confused, the last couple of missions there, about when we actually managed to finish our mission.
Something's wrong. Everyone inside is panicking. We've got to be quick. A heist at the Regal Hotel. You girls really need to get some new material.
Don't be so upset. You can buy another.
What's up with all these guys hanging out? It does amuse me sometimes that physical objects in the game just burst into matchsticks. Like the front, 2 pieces of the front desk here just went poof, like this one will. There's just a chair left where it was in position. Living in a world of matchsticks. Yeah. Wags, lunatics, and other assorted clown henchmen. Probably so that you can tell the difference between these and Riddler henchmen. Because when you're fighting these guys during the level up process, they've got all sorts of different colours of outfit. Like they're not just all in purple. Some of them are in green, blue.
You're gonna die.
So there's a collection item here. And a holo token over there.
Since you, me, and Kitty had a little fun together. What do you say to causing a little mayhem tonight? Getting rich while we're at it.
When have their schemes ever ended with them getting rich? We're supposed to be in a hotel, aren't we? This is the Regal Hotel. I've never seen a hotel that had such a lot of space devoted to things that weren't rooms. I mean, I guess that some hotels have function spaces, but like... they tend to be arranged in quite a tree-like pattern, you know, a long corridor with...
Let's get out of here! I'm right behind you.
I won't let these fools intimidate my girls.
I got teleported here. Is she wearing... You just about saw it in the cutscene. I think that she's got red fingernails on the ends of her gloves. So I was saying usually buildings are built with like a tree-like sort of shape, so there's a corridor with rooms off of it, and whatever happens to be off of that corridor, whether it be rooms for sleeping in, like in most hotels, or whether it be like function rooms, but
Harley, you had me at mayhem. But Catwoman is a stubborn one, even for a cat. You know, I heard through the plant vine that the Regal Hotel is having some pat-yourselves-on-the-back gathering of blue bloods. It shouldn't be hard to convince her to come along.
she didn't need to specify plant vine. No other kind of thing exists in a vine shape. Vine is the name of a type of plant, or plant structure at least. A little bit too obsessed with the gimmick there, I think. If I probably can't, but it might be possible to see her hands. Because I want to see whether I'm right, whether they're...
Don't move, Poison Ivy! Thanks for your help. We'll take it from here. We'd better head to the SCU and make sure Poison Ivy gets to her cell. With Catwoman and Harley on the loose, there's no guarantees.
No, I'll have to rewatch the VOD to see whether I was right or not. Interesting. So it's a bit difficult to tell what's supposed to be going on here, really. It's a bit bodged together, jumbled. Oh well. Ah.
I had a sneaking suspicion this would happen. We've got to get to the cell block before they do.
Oh, interesting. So the Regal Hotel that we were in before is where the tech hero middle background exclusive mission takes place. You're there to stop the Joker from attacking a celebration of police officers celebrating that they've just opened a new precinct. I think something along those lines. But you go to this building first. This is a police station. So this is that, but the other way around.
Oh, Red, you know just the way to a criminal's heart. As for Catwoman, we'll just have to make her an offer she can't refuse. Every kitty loves shinies.
I can hear another holotoken. It must be somewhere else in the building, because it's not... We've already found this one. Oh, there's no up. Okay. Yeah, it's elsewhere in the building. I can hear another one.
Can't begin, friends.
Clear the area!
Catwoman for months.
1199, request assistance.
Already got them.
We saw Harley headed toward the
Whatever
cell block.
she's up to,
if you move fast, you might be able to stop
her.
her. Whatever she's up to, it can't be good. Let's go.
Harley, I got your message. You girls do know that when we have one of our escapades, that it's me putting my tail on the line. How big of a score are we talking about?
I can hear a holo token, but I guess it's probably beyond this wall. So I can't... It wouldn't be beyond them to hide a holo token behind these like cubicle walls like this, but it's obviously not there. So yeah, during the second of the no, it's not one of the good holo tokens. During the second of the 3 Tech Hero exclusive missions, you come to this location first, and in the end of it, down here, I think, you fight Clayface. After stopping Joker's goons from stealing exobyte information. Then you go to the Regal Hotel and stop the Joker from killing people. Obviously, this is the opposite way around. We went to the Regal Hotel first, and then came here.
I didn't hear a no. Yippee! Don't worry, Kitty. This'll be an easy take. And the first of many. You won't regret it. Cross my heart and hope to die. Stick a needle in my eye.
This version of Harley is quite annoying.
Knock, knock. Want home?
Ah, look who's here.
Hey, Red. I brought you flowers.
You're a peach.
Yeah,
I've
she's
missed
got
my
fingernails.
babies.
You fetch the kitty and I'll take care of these goons.
She's got fingernails on her gloves.
I've got a joke for ya.
I've got a joke for you. Bang. That's not a joke. Unless your attempt at telling a joke was supposed to be the joke, in which case I guess that qualifies. Let's take this and hope that it's a piece of costume that I don't have already. Man, cool. What's this? Increases your health, power, restoration for 30 minutes. Selects all other consumable buffs. Interesting. Did I hear a holo token around here somewhere? Maybe it might just be that they didn't finish the voice line. Like the voice line didn't finish playing before she came out with a new one. What's the main waist piece look like? Oh, it's just a thin band. Okay. There might be some decoration on it, but I can't really see very well. Well, we finished the investigation with the blue holo tokens, so I think I must have just been hallucinating, thinking there was the sound of a holo token whilst I was hovering around here. think my game has definitely gotten confused somehow. Thinking that I need to tell it that I want to leave.
Have a fine day, combatant.
The instance. Omega. That might be worth selling, actually. I should probably keep it.
I know what you're thinking. The Star Sapphires are at it again, forcing love on everyone.
I got him to shut up by warping to my base. Maybe I shouldn't have put that down. That camera drone. It's kind of annoying. I think I'll pick it up. Decorator mode. You. Go away. Don't like you. No, I don't want that. I want this. Watchtower. I have a new piece of mail. This will be the costume piece I get. Well, probably a costume piece. I think sometimes you get maybe pieces of base item. But it's usually costume pieces for completing investigations. The Huntress, dangerous trio. Good work finding these messages. Harley, Catwoman, and Ivy are dangerous together, and I need to figure out what they're planning next. Venus Flytrap. Oh, it's a piece of base inventory. Okay. One of the Venus Flytraps. Use this item to add it to your personal base inventory or donate it in the League Hall to add it to your League's decoration inventory. I'm having that. So what was that we just did? What was the setup? The alarms at the Regal Hotel are going off again, and based on the underground chatter, the Huntress has a hunch that Harley Quinn and her criminal besties, Catwoman and Poison Ivy, are behind it. She's calling you in for backup. Ooh, Wayne Manor Gala. My sources say that something sinister is going to go down at the fundraising gala at Wayne Manor tonight. I need you to be there to stop it. Bruce Wayne and his philanthropic guests are raising funds for victims of the Brainiac invasion. Other heroes will be there, so you should fit right in. Yeah, and I'll know the identity of one of them. Raising Hades. Haha! Like raising hell, but with Hades. Travel to the Greek underworld and restore Hades as Lord of the Dead. Interesting. Didn't know he'd been deposed. It's unfortunate that Hades is associated with hell and the devil, because as Greek male gods go, Hades is one of the better ones, certainly one of the least problematic of the three big ones. The three big ones being Hades, Poseidon, and Zeus. Poseidon and Zeus have a tendency to force themselves on anyone that catches their eye. Poseidon to a lesser extent than Zeus. Hades, there's no myths about Hades forcing himself on anyone, unless you count the myth with Persephone, which can count, I guess. It depends on which version you read. But even then, it's only the one. It's not a great defense. Like, according to one version of one myth, he did rape Persephone. And at least it's only one person, I guess, which is not a great thing to use as a defense. But, I mean, by comparison to Poseidon and Hades and Zeus, Hades is not that bad, really. Should we do Wayne Manor Gala? Or Gala? This might be where... So we defeated Poison Ivy. No, hold on. Who did we defeat? We defeated Harley Quinn at the end of the last one. So this Gala might be where... Is it Gala or Gala? This might be where... Poison Ivy and Catwoman have come after escaping us. We friendly, active, have many players like you. New tune with low SP. When you're on, have fun. When you're off, have fun. Yeah, not interested in joining a league, to be honest. Sorry.
The origin of the Wayne family fortune goes back generations. The Waynes built their fortune on industry and real estate centuries ago. Bruce inherited the fortune from his father, Thomas, and he from his father, Patrick.
This place is pretty empty for something that's supposed to be a gala. Let's get a drink.
This evening, we are here to thank all the volunteers and contributors who've made the Wayne Foundation's heroic recovery force possible. I especially want to thank Zatanna for her spectacular work with the recovery efforts in South Gotham.
How big are these suits of armor? Look, I know it's on a pedestal, but I'm barely up to his knees. What on earth? That's ridiculous. I wonder if these are Thomas and Martha and Bruce. Probably. That's almost JC Linedecker style.
And without further ado, it's time to introduce our most charitable host, Bruce Wayne. Mr. Wayne? Has anyone seen Mr.
I am a Joker android. Look, Red, I'm doing the robot.
Oh, Harley.
Oh, who am I kidding? Surprise! Everybody's favorite billionaire, Brucey Boy Wayne, is now the exclusive property of yours. If you want him back alive, we demand 16 tons of plant food, the letter B removed from the English language, and a dump truck full of the world's finest cat. Prepare the ransom and we'll be in touch. In the meantime, don't get all choked up.
Yeah, this was fairly predictable. It's just convenient that we're immune to whatever gas this is. Unique names. We've got Nightman here. One of them is called Machismo.
Which one of my spells is best suited to plant you in the ground? For Ivy. I've got a massive headache. I'll make Ivy pay for that one. Later.
What's with all of these? That ticking is very ominous. I don't like it. Oh, mayhem. I've already got that. I do quite like their little scream when they get surprised or hurt. 7-ounce jar of caviar. What weird decor. Whoops. Yes, the Joker clowns destroyed that statue. Definitely wasn't us. Don't worry about it being wet or anything.
Over here. I see you got my request. And I'm glad you found the pheromone antitoxin I left for you. Listen, my friends don't always think things through. Those girls mean a lot to me, but they foolishly kidnapped Bruce Wayne, Anyway, they took him through this secret passage. I don't want to be spotted, so track him down, and I'll meet up with you soon.
Thanks for the drink, Catwoman. Actually, given that it was a giant piece of... I mean, it looked like it was covered in bronze, but it broke apart... Oh no, it's fine. He's obviously got some kind of tech in here that resets broken things. But like, it looks like it's covered in bronze or something, but it broke apart into stone. But like, it probably was expensive, but not as expensive as like these taxidermied Smilodon and Mammoth, or like these big pots and stuff. Like these vases and masks are probably worth more than the statue. So of the things, I mean, it'll be a valuable object, but probably mostly because of its construction cost. So probably that was the best thing that could have gotten broken in here, like the least valuable, is what I'm driving at. This will definitely be entrance to the Batcave. Aha! There's a holotoken here. Have you found it, Alara?
Wayne Manor lies on the outskirts of Gotham City. It's the epitome of an estate built from old money, or as I like to call it, an easy mark. I've studied every floor plan available, but there are strange areas that are left completely blank.
Cool. Thank you for waiting so long. Huh. We'll just blame the lunatics for that. Find hidden switch. Is it? Oh, there isn't a bust that with a where the head flips back with a button inside of it. That'd be a good one. Aha. Oops. Damn it.
Step right up, kid.
Bruce Wayne is a philanthropist and a playboy. When I first met him, I thought he was just the same as any other rich boy. But there's more to him than meets the eye. He's quick to support a good cause. And there is a fire behind those eyes.
So I'm not sure why there was any point in hiding this entrance if the other side is big obvious pair of doors. Like, I don't understand the logic behind that. I mean, if you're on this side, you can very clearly tell that there's a door here. And if this is supposed to be a hidden area, why would you decorate it up to this extent? Weird choice.
Wayne Tech security system online. Bruce Wayne's voice activation designed to deactivate.
That's awkward. Oh, Killer Croc. How's it going, dude? I've beaten you up before.
Voice confirmation required. You have 15 seconds to comply. Escalation imminent. Voice confirmation failure. Security protocol alpha enabled.
That was 15 seconds. This is Bruce's bedroom. Oops.
Good job handling Croc. Harley apparently hired him to help with their scheme. He must have gotten in through the boiler room, which connects to the Gotham sewers. There's a secret door over here that should get you there. Don't ask how I know all this. Please, hurry down there and find Bruce. Alfred Pennyworth is a dedicated servant to the Wayne family. After Bruce Wayne's parents died, Alfred took it upon himself to raise Bruce properly. Maybe that's one of the reasons Bruce turned out to be so different from all the other spoiled spawns of billionaires.
Maybe Bruce was driven insane, and his insanity is manifested in a productive way. Into Gotham sewers. Aha! Reusing the poison ivy bit. It's even still got the vines in it. Oh, it's also still got poison ivy's henchman in it. Oh, you decided to go with a long gown or dress or something, have you? Interesting.
It wasn't just his rigorously British upbringing that made Bruce into who he is today. His parents, Martha and Thomas Wayne, were gunned down on Park Row right in front of him when he was a child. I wish I could find the guy who did it. Robberies are one thing. Murder in front of a kid? Oh, I'm getting angry just thinking about it.
These spores will feast!
Got a limited selection of voice lines, haven't they?
Okay, Ivy's lab is just around the corner. Bruce has got to be there. When I make my appearance, act surprised, okay? It'll be worth your while. Also, I managed to sneak some supplies in there that can help you if Ivy's plants get out of control.
You pests weren't invited to our private event.
Yeah, it was invite only.
You've crashed plenty of parties on your own. I figure it's only it's only fair to do the same to you. Yes, we're the big meanies.
So you went through with that poorly planned kidnapping and didn't even invite me to the party.
Hello, kitty.
You were outvoted, and it was a good plan.
Wayne's lawyers will send you back to Arkham quicker than you can say, "No, don't throw away that key."
That's a really good point. Sorry.
So, what are we going to do about... Wait, where did he go?
What?
Uh-oh. I think I hear sirens.
I have a feeling Bruce will be fine. Thanks for your help in rescuing him.
Why? We had them incapacitated! For fuck's sake. Venerable leg guards. Have I already got venerable leg guards? Yes. They're mine. No point in getting them again, so let's take this. Ooh. Item from the collection. What chess piece is that? It's quite interesting. I think I'm familiar with that. And that's the Retrotech Belt. Not sure what legs those are. They're kind of got mystic symbols on them. And I can't tell what shoes you've got on. Are they some kind of... Are they knee-high boots or something? Oh, druid. Okay. Cool. think I've got a bunch of druid pieces. Druid head. Is that a druid face? Yes. That's a mask. That's right. I remember. Don't have druid shoulders. The druid back is just a kind of ragged cloak. It's a bit underwhelming. Do I have the druid chest? Yes, but I haven't unlocked it on this character. Do I have the druid hands? Yes, but again, not unlocked on this character. Weird. By which I mean the sequence of costume pieces is kind of weird. Like, why do these things go together? Druid boots as well, which I think are thigh high, but you can't tell because, oh no, they're mid calf. They've got some decoration on them, but you can't tell because the druid leg part is ankle length. Maybe you need to leave because it's two-part.
I know what you're thinking. The Star Sapphires are at it again, forcing love on everyone in the city with no regard for much else. But they're actually here to help. They're trying to make amends for what happened during the war, and are making an effort to rekindle the love lost in the city from all that's happened to it. Unfortunately, Mr. Freeze saw what the crystals were capable of, and has hatched a plan to bring his wife Nora back using Xamarin crystals. What he doesn't understand is that these crystals' powers can't be harnessed that way. It'll cause an exothermic reaction that could destroy Gotham itself. We've got to reason with him, and if he won't see reason, stop him anyway.
Catwoman, all is fair. Look, life is messy. Just because young Bruce had it tough doesn't make him exempt from a little old-fashioned thievery. Since you helped me out, I guess you can keep those recordings. Tip. These are probably going to be fairly smart shoes. Curious to see what they look like. Ah, yes. It's a style called brogues. Do we have any... Surely I have... I've got jeans. Let's put jeans on. Jeans with wingtips. Yeah, that's a good combination. That's what I wanted to do. Usually, you probably have them in two-tone like this, black and white, or solid color, but you could see the patterning fairly clearly. Anyway. Raising Hades. Travel to the Greek underworld and restore Hades as Lord of the Dead. This is probably something to do with Circe, I expect. Trying to find a new source of power. Token right there. Nice.
I was once a true and great king, ruling over a most noble and ancient tribe of Thessaly. My father-in-law stole horses from me, so I pushed him into a burning fire. And for this I was shunned, outcast, nearly driven mad.
Well, not a great response, but in fairness, horses are very expensive. Luxury.
I didn't believe in an afterlife.
things to keep.
Right.
So stealing horses is kind of a big deal. Just a recolored version of the Venom enhanced dogs, I expect. It might not be. It might not be quite the same. I think that one had more like I think the Venom enhanced dogs had more exposed sections of glowing green. It has been a while since I've seen them, so maybe I'm misremembering.
Friendly creatures to begin with, and now they've been twisted even more by Typhon's return.
This place looks really cool. Harpy eggs. I wonder whether oh no, they're already broken. I was wondering whether I could break them so that they wouldn't hatch. Ooh, hologram. Splendid.
Zeus took pity on me and invited me to walk amongst the gods in Olympus, but I was transfixed by the beauty of Hera.
Talk about ways to make a bad situation worse. Can't go any further than that. Getting hot for Hera. That's a really excellent way of incurring Zeus's wrath, and of the gods, he's probably the one whose wrath you want to incur the least, given he's the king of the gods, the most powerful. Cerberus being a good boy. How the... Oh good. Really bizarre that the door closed on both of us before we managed to get in. But then the game realised, I think. Orthrus, Old Shuck and Vargest. Bad dog, down.
The Hellhounds have run wild without their master, but thank Hera we didn't have to handle Cerberus.
Let's take the Phoenix Egg Trio. Holo token.
The audacity of that mortal fool Ixion. Is passions brimming for my wife? Huh. So, I tricked him with a cloud and cast him to Hades.
It seems like he got off light to me. Although I suppose in fairness he didn't actually do anything with Hera, he was just lusting after her. Still. Definitely not a clever thing to do. My kid? Why is my kid bugging out like that? I don't have a kid. There is nobody else in this room but me. Seems way too easy. Well, we are over level for the encounter. Oh, right, finding Hades here. Yeah, this is a trap. That's not Hades.
Zeus, in his anger, blasted me with his mighty lightning bolt and cast me to Tartarus.
Harbinger, you're the second person to reference a child today. Mr. Pyramid referenced there being a child over my shoulder earlier, and I'm the only person in this room. Maybe someone is creeping in through the door occasionally and making faces over my shoulder and then creeping out again. But as far as I'm aware, as far as I've noticed, I'm the only person in this room.
Have you returned to gloat over the powerless king of the dead? It's not enough I am uncrowned, but now you taunt me. Your presence is nothing but a reminder of my betrayal, while a false king sits on a makeshift throne. Ixion, former ruler of Thessaly, now controls a rebellious sect of shades and wants to rule all of the undead. I have heard of the defeat of Zeus and that the god of monsters now reigns. I assume that is why you are here, because you need my aid? Very well. Free me and help me regain control over my domain, and I will consider it.
I mean, Ixion the False Lord. Ixion's the one whose voice lines we were hearing about. Some girl with black hair, kind of small, like 5 feet or so. No. Okay, I mean, that could be my mum, but as far as I'm aware, she hasn't. Well, I'll watch the VOD back, and maybe I should also put something in front of the door so she can't get in.
I, Dark Lord Ixion, am ruler of the dead now in Hades. No more shall I be defeated. I shall be the tormentor.
Your reign has come to an end. You are an imposter and shall rule no longer. Ixion is channeling the power of the underworld through those braziers. Extinguish them and I shall gain back my energies.
Okay, well, my mum does look kind of young for her age, but she won't look like my daughter, and there's literally no one else here that could be. It's me, my mum, and my stepdad, and my stepdad definitely does not look like a small black-haired woman.
I am the king. I will not be defeated. You are me, Hades.
Oh, we didn't do the last brazier. That's why they're still spawning. But
No. This is not possible. You no longer rule here. I do.
Now in hell as it was above, Ixion, you are an impotent lord and truly reign over nothing.
Some history of hauntings in the house. Might be a Twitch first, ghost on stream. No history of haunting in the house. I don't believe in ghosts. I've got no idea what's going on.
The irony of my brother Zeus sending a mortal to me to punish for indiscretions. But Ixion was almost as prideful as the king of the gods. At times I do relish my role as tormentor of the dead.
Was that half domino I just picked up? Yeah.
You were wise for helping me regain my rightful place as king and ruler of the dead. Zeus and I both lost our crowns, but it is I, Hades, who regained mine and must rescue the mighty god of thunder. Ha! Who is stronger now, dear brother? I shall aid you in your fight to topple Typhon, but know this. Hades has a long memory, and one good deed does not outweigh past transgression.
What shoulders are those? Are those the druid ones? Cool. Yeah. I know that people in ghost movies all say I don't believe in ghosts, but you may have noticed this is not a movie. And I'm certainly not good looking enough to be a star.
Ready to get back to the good fight? Need some new gear to help you out?
I think the issue with needing to tell the system we were leaving the instance and having the Green Lantern thing play again is because we were the last few things we'd done were two-part. So we in Wayne Manor Gala we went in Wayne Manor first and then the sewers, and the same in Harley's Heist we had two places and the Will of Darkseid, and I think the first piece as well. Looked like Green Lantern if he were wasn't a billionaire. I mean Green Arrow. Yeah, I was going to say Green Lantern isn't a billionaire. Thanks, I guess. Never really thought that I looked like Oliver Queen. But I guess the facial hair is probably what does it. I even did a bit of archery. I wouldn't say that I was very good at it, but... if I've got at the time, Rich Queen. Well, you know, I think most queens are probably fairly rich. Well, most female monarchs. I mean, there's a lot of queens, but some of them are cross-dressers. I don't think that Green Arrow has a British accent, does he? He's pretty solidly American. Hair, brow, goatee, fancy British accent. How is my brow like Green Arrow's? Well, listen. If I can't see the ghost, I don't believe that it's there. Was fair. Oh right, I didn't save that. Fair enough. Oracle, Fallen King. Wow, that was quite the tale. I don't think I'll ever look at a cloud the same way again. Underworld, Wiseman plaque. Ah, it's a piece of base inventory. Cool. The accent sounds rich to us Americans. Oh, okay, fair enough. I assure you, I don't have any money. Should we see what Turf War is about? Riddler's gang is taking over strategic locations around Gotham. Head there and stop them before they get too comfortable. Ask the ghost for hidden gold. Where are we? Interesting. Very exciting music.
This ain't
But they really strained themselves going through the thesaurus looking for synonyms for Riddler. Questioner. There's two questioners here. They've got stumpers and I forget what else. Vat full of chemicals. That's very safe. Brain teaser. Query? I wonder why we're fighting Query now. Someone just send me an invite to a league, and I accepted it because I thought it was beginning this. Right, fucking leave the league. I'm not interested in being in a league. Woof. That's a lot of damage. Yes, I am playing on EU. Tio Morrow's lab is in Ace Chemicals. There are collections that drop here that can make you very rich. Well, I'm playing... I'm not a subscriber, so it doesn't matter how much money I earn. I can only access 3,000 of it at a time. And it doesn't refresh from the escrow.
Party time!
Okay. Succinct. Fucking get... Oh, Jesus. Get out of the smoke. Stuck on a pipe. You've gone in there before me. Oh, enter encounter, there we go. Get out of the smoke, you moron. Probably turn off my travel power. Probably make it easy to control my character.
I'll get you.
Irritating gimmick for an encounter.
Think you're tough.
With Ace Chemicals no longer under their control, we can get back to accelerating an end to this war.
Let's take that. I guess. Excellent fight to hate. Yeah, that was real annoying. And this is probably Ace Chemicals. We just haven't gotten to see all of the area because sections of it were cut off, like most of it actually. I'm looking behind me because Harbinger and Mr. Pyramid have said that there's someone with dark hair looking over my shoulder occasionally, and I don't believe them. So I'm checking over my shoulder occasionally to see whether there's anyone here. And like, I can't see them. Don't need that, so I guess I'll... There weren't any holo tokens. Oh no, hold on, were there? There was a couple of holo tokens in that area, I think. heard ghosts are hard to see with the naked eye. Maybe your cam picks up something you couldn't see. Yeah, I don't buy it. It's not that I only believe in things that I can see. Like, I can't see most stars, but I believe that they're there, for example. I can't see the core of the planet, but I believe that it's there. I have never seen an argument for or in support of the existence of ghosts that could be substantiated with science. I don't believe in souls or the afterlife. I think they're convenient stories that we tell ourselves to feel like we have some control over the strangeness of life. Joker's men are taking over strategic locations around Gotham. Head there and stop them before they dig in. Let's do... Oh. I have new mail. I guess I completed investigation? Oh no, it's sold. Okay. Why did I sell that? I saved that. That was a weird thing that I did. I don't believe in God. No, I'm atheist. And honestly, if there was a deity that had the personality of the monotheistic Judeo-Christian God, I would be honestly quite pissed at him. But, yeah, if you are particularly fervent in believing in God, okay. It's your life, I suppose. Your time you're spending. Shall we do Turf War? Team Riddler? Cool. I'm perfectly happy to leave the subject alone and move on to other things. Oh, this is exactly the same place. Big break. That's barely a joke. I mean, break a leg is a thing that performers say to one another before they go on stage, and I guess that has probably extended into stand-up comics, but it's not in the same way as like wag or wisecracker. It's not, I mean, cut up. That's not a reference to a joke either. Lunatic. They were just running out of things to call them. Only so many words in the English language that you can use to refer to clowns. I guess. Yeah, I'm thinking that this is probably the Ace Chemicals lab, and I guess that you must come here during villain stuff, because you certainly don't come here in hero stuff. Inventory. Oh, okay. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me. Break a leg. I mean, it's only tangentially related to performance. I mean, there is some crossover with clowns and stage performance. Like, there are clowns in a few plays, and like clowns and stand-up comics have some crossover. And yeah, maybe Break a Leg has made it into terminology.
I will send you to an icy grave.
Very creative, Mr. Freeze. Yeah. But we've learnt, haven't we, not to stand in the grates. We're just attacking with powers from here. Come here, Victor. Standing in the gas. Yeah, I don't know why Riddler and Joker care about.
Longer under their control. We can get back to accelerating an end to this war.
I don't know why they both care about Ace Chemicals. I mean, I guess it's a vaguely significant place for the Joker, and maybe he uses it to produce his Joker Venom, and as a result, the Riddler wants to keep him out of the place. What's going on in this story for what you are doing is there is a gang war with two teams, Team Joker and Team Riddler. Gang war. Yeah, the reason for the gang war has never really been explained very well, at least in the solo stuff or the duo stuff that I've done so far. Maybe it's explained in larger team content. I mean, I can kind of piece things together, but I've no idea what the inciting incident was for this fight. Yeah, there was definitely no holotokens in there to pick up, were there? It is pretty much all of the Batman Rogues Gallery is split up into two teams with everything from Man-Bat to Al Ghul. Open world missions and the 4-man and 8-man are different parts and pieces that explains it. Okay.
Well,
given the...
Ready to get back
I mean, I've said before on previous streams,
Need
but
some
I
new
guess
gear to help you out?
new watchers are here this time, so I'm probably not going to do any of the 4 or 8 player stuff on stream because of my tendency to take my time waffling over stuff and just talking and like floating around looking at stuff, and I don't want to slow other people down. Like, if I was on a team of 8 people or even just 4 people, trying to present everything on stream would probably slow down their enjoyment of the game. I'm fine doing this with 2-person stuff because I'm already friends with Alara Wavestorm. They're already a watcher. People won't care in normal raids. Superman has asked you to investigate the crash and the mystery pilot. This is Earth 3 stuff. I don't know whether... So Earth 3 in not Marvel, DC, is the alternate world where 100% as long as you follow orders during boss fights you won't get kicked. I'm not very good at boss fights either, to be perfectly honest. Oh, this is weird. Earth 3 in DC is the universe where everyone's morality is flipped. or that's how it was, I think. But the pre-Flashpoint DC universe, Earth 3, kind of was changed a bit so that instead of everyone's morality being flipped, just everyone was worse. All the heroes are villains, all the people you would expect to be heroes just... No, it's not Wonder Wench, it's Superwoman. It's the Crime Syndicate, not the Injustice League in Earth 3. Unless the anti-heroes formed the Injustice League. So in a lot of like side media, like the Justice League cartoons and Justice League Unlimited, Earth 3, everyone's morality is flipped, so Lex Luthor and the Joker are good guys, like they're heroes, and Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman and all of those aren't just villains, they've also got different names. So instead of Superman it's Ultraman, instead of Batman it's Owlman, instead of Wonder Woman it's Superwoman. I think they also have different origins, like Owlman isn't Bruce Wayne, and I don't think that Ultraman is Kal-El. Yeah. I think, well, so I was trying to find out, using the DC Wikipedia, who these people are, and it was not very clear. Like, the DC Wiki is very, very unclear as to the division between pre-Flashpoint and post-Flashpoint continuity. So if there is an Earth 3 in post-Flashpoint, they might be confused, like they might have the same information on both in the same article, which is very unhelpful for me trying to find out. I think that Owlman is Bruce Wayne's older brother, Thomas Wayne Jr. And I think that Kal-El's, no, not Kal-El, Ultraman's father is Il-El or something. So you can get to Earth 3 open world questing zone and pick up collections with audio logs explaining a bunch of the stuff going on in game. Yeah, I know that there's a portal to Earth 3. It's not that big, and I've found a bunch of the audio logs, but one of them is from Leonard Snart, who just describes the origins of Johnny Quick and Atomica, and the other was Wonder Woman, sounding indignant about the injustice.
Oh, good! Superman said to expect you. We have a situation here. The ship Superman may have mentioned has been commandeered by LexCorp agents. On top of that, they've taken over our research stations. We can't let them take our data or that ship. You have to stop them.
Of course, LexCorp. Someone who's super big on humans and humanity and human technology, Lex sure likes nicking alien tech. There's a real shit for it. Okay. Quite how this relates to Earth 3. On Earth 3? Has someone from Earth 3 arrived here, presumably in Smallville? Given all the farm equipment. Yeah, Smallville. Also, speaking of not wanting to do bigger group stuff, first of all, I'm not particularly good at boss fights anyway. Like, I'm not very good at paying attention to mechanics. And also, when I'm trying to present for a stream, like be a presenter on a stream, my ability to pay attention to mechanics falls off because my attention is split, and like my ability to not stand in the fire is reduced beyond what it would ordinarily be if I were not on stream. So I don't. For that reason as well, I don't really want to let a group of people down who are trying to raid.
Looks like I just missed the action. Good work securing the site. The ship is empty. I wonder who could have...
Come on, shoot, man. I thought crashed alien ships were your forte.
Luther, you'd be wise to leave while you still have your feet under you.
Calm yourself. I didn't come to fight. Someone has broken into my personal office and bypassed my DNA and retinal scanners. They've requested to chat with us both.
You expect me to come with you? Not a chance.
I'm willing to bet it was the pilot of that ship. Certainly a chance to meet an alien or effort. Spare me the dramatics and see if I like.
Even a broken clock tells the truth twice a day, Luther. Okay, I'll go, but they're coming with me.
Fine, so long as you help me kick this squatter out of my office.
This whole situation is getting stranger. I'll update the Justice League. When we get there, stay on your toes. Lex can't be trusted.
I expect that this will be Earth 3's Lex Luthor, and that the dude who had the scruffy hair and the beard during previous two-person duo stuff, like with the Kandak artifacts that we were trying to get out of the Gotham Museum, that might be... well, my first guess was Rip Hunter, but it might be Earth 3's Lex Luthor. Die so much when you're streaming, humbled servant. Well, fair enough. Like I've said it before, I will say it again, streaming gets you killed. I understand that pressure. I dislike tanking for pugs or people who are too elitist because of it. Yeah, fair enough. I will look away for like 1 second and get hit with a one-shot mechanic. Literally 1 second and boom. Yeah. I tried Birds of Prey LexCorp Tower on stream solo, and the dude who shoots a laser out of his chest. Like, ordinarily, maybe I'd be able to manage that mechanic, but trying to do the fight on stream, I can't manage. Like, it should be fairly simple to stay out of the way, or you would think it would be fairly simple to stay out of the way of that beam, but I couldn't manage it on stream.
Whoever is in my office got past all of my security measures, including the retinal scanners. They're going to regret that.
Really? Lead-lined walls, Lex? And you want me to believe this isn't a trap? I've already told the Justice League I'm here.
Trust me, of all the ways I've imagined killing you, this is not one. Now let's go. I want my office back. I hate it when people mess with my stationery.
Alright, now I know that Lex hates it if people mess with his stationery. I would break into his office exclusively to mess with his stationery. Just because I want to piss Lex Luthor off. Sometimes I have to lock in and ignore comments for a few just to get through. Well, fair enough. That's one way to approach streaming. I don't know that
All right, mystery man. We're here. Who the hell are you? Good afternoon, Lex. And I assume this is Superman, correct?
It's uncanny. He looks just like you.
And you sound just like him. Forgive me. I'm Alexander Luthor. And while my hijacking of this office may seem like a threat to you, I assure you, I have much more dire things. Enough, you loquacious twit! I'll show you how I deal with threats. You're no Ultraman.
Why are we fighting Alexander Luthor?
Wait, get back!
At least hurt him out.
In my office.
Nice.
Well then.
That's a good tactic.
Fight for the fate of Earth.
Well, I mean, I assume that Superman, when he said he looks just like you, meant like you, but with hair. Because Alexander Luthor has hair. Also, yeah, no, this isn't the person we were talking to during the Kandak Artifact duo, because he doesn't have a beard, and his hair color's wrong as well. So that will probably have been Rip Hunter, and this is, I mean, obviously named very clearly in the game as Lex Luthor, or Alexander Luthor. Sorry, stream, let me get through this. I'm locked in. Try to beat this. Okay, I'm out here for now. Okay. Trick to streaming is making sure. I hate when Twitch does this. Such a weird way to end a fight. Yeah. Right. Let's talk.
I am not your enemy. Please, you must listen. I come from another world, another Earth, similar to yours, but ruled by tyranny. My Earth needs your help.
If what you say is true, then this is a problem for the Justice League.
Please, summon them. Thank you for coming. I am here because an immensely powerful group of super beings called the Crime Syndicate has seized control of my world and made violence, vice, a way of life. The vast majority of the police are corrupt, and the citizens have chosen ignoble paths to survive. I once led a team of heroes, not unlike your Justice League against them. But I am the last survivor.
I don't think it's wise to take him at his word. You can't trust a Luthor. Any Luthor.
We can't ignore his plea for help, even if he has the face of our enemy. There are billions of lives at stake. I could use the lasso to compel him.
We don't need to. He's telling the truth. Their situation sounds dire.
I don't like the idea of leaving our Earth defenseless. no matter what the reason.
Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern, and Aquaman can command the Watchtower and rely on the rest of Earth's heroes in case of any emergencies. I assure you, Batman, our Earth is well protected. I vote, we go.
This Earth may refuse to acknowledge that I'm its greatest champion, but perhaps this other Earth will better appreciate my efforts. I'm in.
I wouldn't hold your breath, Luthor. Or step out of line.
Then it's settled.
Oh, damn. Anyone else got the feels right now?
Yeah, seems like this version, the game's version of
Hey,
Earth
keep
3.
an eye on Lex. I'd bet Crypto's favorite chew toy, he's not doing this out of the goodness of his heart.
Is flipped morality. The thing is in the pre-Flashpoint comics, it wasn't. I think post-Crisis, pre-Flashpoint, Earth 3 was everyone cares about strength to the exclusion of all else, rather than it being flipped morality. Pre-Crisis, I think it was flipped morality, and in most of the like side media, like this game and like the Justice League cartoons and so on, Earth 3 in DC is everyone's morality is flipped. But in the main comics, post-Crisis, pre-Flashpoint, Alexander Luthor of Earth 3 was just as much of a monster as any of the crime syndicate. He just was kind of slightly better, only very slightly better. He had an ability to absorb the powers of people he killed. So like Sylar in Heroes. So he'd go around killing supers and stealing their powers. And he was only in the broadest sense any kind of a hero. But it seems like... Interesting collection. Is that books he's got around in a circle there? Seems like in the game, at least, Earth 3 is flipped morality. So Alexander Luthor is a good guy, a hero, and Ultraman and Superwoman and all of that are, well, I mean, in either case, the crime syndicate are awful and evil, whether it's flipped morality or just massive hard-ons for survival of the fittest. Which I feel like is an overused concept by this point, and not very many authors will invoke survival of the fittest, trying to sound clever, and not very many of them actually really manage it very well. Anyway. Was this a 3-part mission? Is this taking me back to the Watchtower, or is this taking me to Earth 3? I didn't pay attention to the legend above the label above. Ah, right, it's taken me to the Earth 3 outside zone and the Adventure Hub, which I've already explored.
You've gotta love it when the band gets back together.
Fighting on Earth 3 is one of the places I would really have liked to have had more content. Oh yeah, see, the weird Y-shaped symbol on each Lex's chest is the other way up. So our Lex, his is actually Y-shaped, and it's got 2 blocks and a third block. But Alexander Luthor, it's the other way up. It's 1 block and 2 blocks.
Now that we're here, I suggest we split up. You two, follow me to the courthouse. It is the main source of corruption in Gotham City.
Alright, there's actually more missions here. Okay. I should probably wait for Alara Wavestorm. I wonder whether I can sell stuff to this, but I wonder whether I can repair. Probably not. Oh no, I can. This is a very advanced vending machine to be able to repair my items. Very impressive. So yeah, I would have liked it if they'd spent more time doing content for certainly Earth 3, but also all of the expansions that they've worked on, because I kind of feel like all of them are slightly underwhelming. Like, they obviously decided that they wanted to put out more content than more individual pieces of content, rather than smaller pieces that are bigger and have more going on, and that's, you know, a design choice. I prefer it the other way around, I guess. Fewer drops of new content, but more in each, like a full expansion. And of the expansions, or mini expansions, the pieces of new content that DCUO has created, the one I would have liked to have spent the most time with is Earth 3. I would really like to be a freedom fighter against an evil regime in a setting like this, where everything is familiar but swapped and strange, and like people that you would automatically distrust on Earth are people that you do trust or should trust here. Why Lex has come back to me here. No worries, Alara.
I am Alexander Luthor, Protector of Earth.
So, we came out of the portal down here, and Lex, Alexander, and Superman were lined up here with Batman, and Alexander took Lex and Superman, said he was going to the courthouse, and told us to clean up the streets of corrupt cops, and now he's turned back up again. I I guess he's finished dealing with the courthouse. And like that area down there is what will become the Earth 3
Mind your own business, freaks.
mission hub when you come to Earth 3 through the
I
sort
got
of
20
weird
bucks
boxy
on the
portal.
one on the left.
Mind your own business, freaks.
I suppose they don't know any better.
We're getting into advance on your protection.
They can't be even remotely grateful.
We're getting in advance on your protection. Requesting backup. Gordon, your time as mayor is over. You're under arrest for obstruction of justice.
Owlman, you little shit. Fuck off.
Could you cut it any closer, Owlman?
I had to make sure your money transfer cleared. Your protection isn't pro bono after all, and neither is your re-election. Now, if you'll excuse me, someone's behind on their payments.
Good, he's gone. Move quickly.
Pretty bold move for a wanted criminal to show his face in my city. I see you found some more costume flunkies. Did you tell them what happened to the last bunch?
This time is different. Your tyranny ends today.
I don't have time to play games with you. I have an entire police force to take out my trash for me. If you don't mind, I have a re-election gala to play.
They obviously can't manage fat very well, and so they just widened his hips. And it looks really bad. Oh, wow.
Back off.
Look at this. That's a bit on the nose, isn't it? This robot designation, or suit designation. AM3V1L. Am evil. That sounds like running out of ideas to me.
Worse than I imagined. I'm afraid so. The first steps in restoring order is removing Mayor Gordon from office.
If removing him gives us a foothold, then by all means, let's get to work.
Thank you again. But this is only the beginning.
Requires ownership of Earth 3 to open, and I don't own that content. Okay, fair enough. But I did just get Dresden 7 legs, so let's see what they look like. More tech. Okay. Leave Earth 3 Gotham. Okay, that looks like it's the end of it. Yeah, I don't need to press Y to leave. Yeah.
I know what you're thinking. The Star Sapphires are at it again, forcing love on everyone in the city with no regard for much else.
There we go. Let's shut him up. Well, I think that will do it for tonight. I'm just going to... Have I got anything to plug in here? I think I have. Decision. Yes. There we go. There actually was a point to coming here. Jolly good. But yes, that will do it for today. I don't know why I've come back upstairs. I don't need to be up here to walk back to the watchtower. I will be back on Monday, around about 8 PM. I think... How much left is there? I mean, there's just these few things. I don't think that these I don't think that these will make up a full stream. I don't actually know whether I'll be capable of doing this, or we. Like, I don't know that my gear is good enough. Like, minimum 276, maybe? So, since I don't know that this is a full stream, and I don't think this will be very easy and therefore very entertaining to do, I think I will call the hero side stuff here, and going forward from Monday I will be doing villain side stuff. I haven't quite decided which origin I will be focusing on. It will probably be tech, so with the Joker as my mentor. Might be Circe. I might end up flipping a coin for it. But yes, Monday, villain stuff. We'll see what that's like. See how that plays. But until then, thanks for coming by. I hope you've had a good time. And I hope to see you again. Goodbye. And you, Alara. Thank you. And thanks for coming and helping me. I appreciate it.